Next up, we have Joseph Williams, Executive Director of Mr. Dad's Fathers Club. Audience, let's give a big welcome to Joseph Williams, Executive Director of Mr. Dad's Fathers Club. Did I get it right? Okay.
I'm about to read an amazing book to you guys today, but right before I read, you know who I gotta bring in? There you go, there you go. Clap it up for Mr. Dad.
All right, good evening, everyone. Oh, boy. All right. Imagine growing up without your father. Now, imagine the impact that has on a child that grows up in a fatherless home. What stats shows that children that grows up in fatherless homes are less likely to finish school and graduate college and more likely to commit crime and go to jail. Well, statistically speaking, I am that child. My name is Joseph Williams. I'm the executive director and founder of the Mr. Dad's Fathers Club. I remember growing up in a fatherless home. I remember watching my mother try to raise 2 young boys into 2 young men. And I knew then when I had children that I didn't want to see that for them. But I didn't know quite how to be a good dad, how to get involved, until one day, my daughter's principal at her school gave me an opportunity to volunteer at the school. And it started with just lunchroom duty and hallway monitoring. And from there, it continued until one day my daughter's teacher asked me to help her in her classroom as she graded papers. I didn't know what to do. The nearest thing I had was a book, but I was not the biggest book reader. I did not like reading books at all, but I picked that book up. And when I read the book to that classroom that day, I've never seen children so excited to see just a positive role model just read books to them. I mean, they were smiling from ear to ear. But not just looking at the impact that I had made on the children, I thought about the impact it had made on me. I say, okay, this is good. From there on out, that day, I went into the community, knocked doors and canvassed, door to door. I went outside after school and started to meet with fathers and talk to them. It went from just me being in a classroom to 30 active fathers just volunteering in the school with me. It went from 30 active fathers to us building a base of 150 fathers just at one school. and that's when the Mr. Dad's Fathers Club was born. So, the Mr. Dad's Fathers Club. Our organization is focused on helping get fathers actively involved in their children's lives through mentoring and literacy. Our fathers read books to our children, boosting their confidence and their self-esteem and supporting the social-emotional learning support. But then they also are working with our youth to make sure that we're giving them one-on-one support and group support. And of course, our fathers are helping themselves by doing weekly professional developments and continuing to make sure that they further their education. And of course, the Mr. Dad Fathers Club hosts tons of community events and activations to bring peace about in our communities. With all of that being said, since 2017, we've grown and made a lot of progress. But what we realized is that we cannot do this without you. So I say that to say, we are asking for $50,000 to help us buy a 15-passenger van to provide transportation for our children and our fathers. And we are also asking for that amount to help us support our fathers with their monthly stipends. So I come to the end to say that one thing I learned throughout all of this work that I'm doing is that kids need their dads and dads need their kids. And tonight, I would like to introduce you to my family as well so you guys can check them out as we got on our Black Mr. Rogers sweaters. And, and of course, I'm gonna bring out the face of my organization, something that I love the most, the black Mr. Rogers, AKA Mr. Dad. Come on from back there, where you at? And that's Mr. Dad, you guys. All right. He got Nikes now. This is new costume. All right, but thank you guys so much.